Sir, is there anything that you would like to say to start, or shall I just begin?
Well, I want to thank you for doing this. This is always such a magical experience. So I'm really excited that you're here. I'm really excited for the cohort to start this. And actually, Tracy was just saying to us that her friend did a cacao ceremony with you in the strip with Suze at Own Lounge. And so she was really excited to be able to do this as well.
Oh, beautiful. Well, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for having me. It's always such a pleasure to be with you, Sarah, and to meet all of the new teachers and everyone in your studio. It's such a lovely community. I'll have to get myself there live soon. But for those of you who've never met me before, have basically been hosting cacao ceremonies for over 10 years. I had my first cacao ceremony 13 years ago, and it really has become one of my favorite things to do, particularly the combination of cacao, sound healing, guided meditation. The ceremony that you are about to do, this year of the snake, came to me last January as we transitioned in the lunar year, the Chinese lunar new year of the snake. And I always try and draw a little bit of inspiration. It was the year of the dragon before, and this year of the snake, though, felt so appropriate for what we're going through. I think personally, we're all kind of feeling the pressure of what's going on in the collective. It seems that time is speeding up. And I feel like there's a real call for everyone to kind of deal with what's going on inside of you so that you can get as strong and clear and focused as possible to manage everything that's going on externally. Now, I live in South Carolina for 6 months of the year, but 6 months of the year I'm also traveling and I take kind of all of this on tour. So I've been doing this ceremony since last January, and what I love about it is it kind of prepares us and sets us up for winter solstice on the 21st for the new year, because it's this opportunity to really use the time, the guided meditation, the sound, the cacao, the vibration of the cacao, to lie back, to listen, and really tune into what is it that you are ready to let go of, and what are you ready to enhance. When we think about this year of the snake, it's about identifying, and I think for many of us, you might agree, that some of our most pivotal moments in our life can often be tied to the greatest challenges. I always say, my divorce was probably one of the hardest things I ever went through, but it was also game changing and so important for me rediscovering who I am, choosing a direction that was different than it had been before. And also, on top of the challenges, which are our big pivot moments, it's an opportunity to come back and reflect on where in your life, where in this year, also just where in this lifetime, have you experienced just great joy and wonder? And what were the circumstances so that we can maybe take time to look at who we were surrounding ourselves with, what we were doing, how we recreate and enhance that joy or peace or sense of love into our lives. And that's really all melded into this ceremony. And just a few more quick things. So, I'll talk a little bit about the cacao in a moment, but we're bringing in this beautiful vibration of the cacao and we're blending it. I know you can't see everything I have in front of me, but I've got bowls and drums and chimes and all kinds of things. One day I'll get a bigger screen, or I'll have someone holding it, holding it behind me so you can see everything. But basically, all of these instruments, energetic instruments, are really to help us to shift and move stale and stagnant energy. The gong that I have behind me is a Pluto gong. It's for deep transformational healing, and I'm really going to play it tonight. So I'm hoping we get the sound. You might get a teeny bit of reverb because I am going to use it like to really allow you to tune in to that high frequency big waves of sound when you're doing your visualization of your shedding. And so then we come to kind of bringing the cacao, and I'm sure Sarah's told you about the cacao. I don't know how much you know, so I'm going to keep it brief. And then if you have questions at the end, you can let me know. But we're inviting the cacao into our being as the ceremonial cacao as a plant medicine. And, cacao is one of the greatest heart openers. She allows us, through the release of theobromine, to have great mental clarity and focus, which you might think is odd for a meditation, like, oh, I want to be chilled out. Yeah, but you want to be super clear about what messages you're receiving, about what's going on in your heart, about what kind of visuals you are getting or what kind of sensing and knowing. It also releases anandamide, your bliss molecule. So you kind of have this mental clarity surrounded by a beautiful bubble of bliss. Now, I don't want to talk too much because I really want to get us into this ceremony. So what I'm going to invite you to do, if you have your cacao in your hand, just place it down in front of you and just be cognizant of where you're placing it. Because we're going to close our eyes here. And I invite you to just bring your hands to your hearts, closing down the eyes, just allowing yourself to sit all the way down. I'm sure everyone's had Friday. We've had busy weeks, busy lives, busy days. And just to really take a moment to visualize through your grounding in your sit bones, through sitting all the way down, that you're dropping an anchor, dropping a root down. You can visualize it breaking down through the floor, cracking down through the earth, through all of the strata, and really feeling into the pull of gravity, letting that just letting that anchor or that root really lock you in to the earth beneath you, that support of Mother Earth beneath you. And when you feel that, it's an opportunity to just breathe in mentally. I am grounded and I'm safe in this body. And then we start to bring our awareness from this grounded position to our posture, pushing down the sit bones and then reaching up high through the crown. We want to be in a beautiful alignment with our body. Eye gaze can come to the third eye. You can engage your Jalandhara Bandha, so a gentle chin lock. And then really bring awareness to the breath. We want to be inhaling in, exhaling out, and simply filling ourselves with that breath of life, with that fresh prana. And on the exhale, releasing any stale, any stagnant energy. We want to fill ourselves up, not just the top of the chest, but wrap that prana around the back of the heart space where we receive. We want to be really open and receptive this evening. As you release, let go, surrender, and then more breath deeper down to the root. Let the belly expand. Visualize bringing prana all the way down to that root. And again, releasing, sending down. Now, the reason I've had you set your cacao down is we're preparing ourselves to drink this beautiful high vibration plant. We refer to her as the goddess of cacao. Some refer to her as Mama Cacao, but the training, the shaman I trained with, we call her the goddess of cacao. And so we want to be in our highest vibration to bring her into our being. So there's love and there's gratitude, which is of an even higher vibration and frequency than love. So on the next three breaths, I want you to inhale in, mentally thinking, I am grateful for. On the exhale, what is it that you're grateful for right here, right now? And it's just a personal mental practice. Let's do another. I am grateful for. And see if you can feel a little bit lighter with every step of gratitude. Inhale in. I am grateful for. Let's do two more on our own. And then I'd like you to just really take a moment to honor yourself, the work that you've all been doing, this practice, this getting to know your yoga, your union, your awareness, the time and the effort, and just being here, being present, doing something so beautiful for yourself, and then to be coming into the service of others. So I want you to take a deep inhale, breathing in love for yourself, and exhaling with a great sense of gratitude. You did it. You're here. right now. Inhale with love and exhale with a great deal of gratitude. And then keeping the eyes closed, simply open up your palms, everyone in the room, Laurel through the ethers on the Zoom, and we feel into the energy of one another. This moment will never be repeated, this day, this time, what you've brought into this space. And while every single one of your journeys will be incredibly unique, all of our energies will dictate how this goes and the experience that we have. So we want to come into a great deal of honor and respect for where everyone is on their journey, seeing each other as the beautiful soul sparks that we are, each divine in our own uniqueness. And so we inhale with love and we exhale with great gratitude for one another, for the community of B-Yoga, for the sacred space that Sarah has created, for this opportunity to connect through the ethers and be together across states, across time. Inhaling with love, exhaling with great gratitude. And then we raise our hands up, and it's simply an opportunity for you to call in any of your angels, your ancestors, your guides. I always like to call on Archangel Michael to surround us in a protective light. And we simply ask that everything that we do is for our highest, deepest good, and that of everyone that we come in contact, our family, our friends, so we can radiate out our up-leveled energy out into the world. So we inhale with love, and we exhale with great gratitude. Then being cognizant without opening your eyes of where your cup is so you don't knock it over, bring your hands down to the earth and just feel into the support beneath you. We honor the space that we're in wherever we are. We honor the land beneath us and the ancestors who walked the land before us. And most importantly, we honor that just great red golden beating heart of Mother Earth deep beneath us that feeds the air that we breathe, all of the plants, the cacao. She's an amazing, amazing recycler of energy. So let's give a little bit back. Let's inhale with love and gratitude, and then send down that love and light through our hands, just honoring all the work that is done without even being asked. We inhale with love, and we exhale with great gratitude. And take a moment just here to see if you feel that little bit lighter, that little bit more elevated, bringing love and gratitude, lifting you out of any fear, shame, guilt, resentment, anger, anything that's heavy from the collective. Let's inhale one more time with love and exhale with great gratitude. And then the invitation. Now we're ready to drink this beautiful cacao. And so I invite you to take a moment to really smell it, have a look at it. Ceremonial cacao has been prepared in a way that the vibration is so high, the vibration of this feminine plant is alive, and when we drink her and honor her in this way, we're able to tap into her wisdom, inviting her to work through us. So for the next couple of minutes, I'm just going to stay silent as we start to bring the cacao in. I invite you to taste it, close your eyes, see how she feels on the tongue, in the mouth, coming down the throat, and really thinking about what is it that you know of the stories that you have, of the things that have happened, the experiences that have brought you to this place, that you are ready to surrender the story. And I'm not saying you're going to throw it all away, because we want to bring forth all of the wisdom, all of the lessons. But what is it that you're ready to just let go of that might be holding you back from your fullest expression? And in letting that go and creating more space, what are you ready to enhance, or what would you like to invite in? feel free to go ahead and take a few moments to sip your cacao and bring this invitation and this intention into awareness. And you don't have to drink all of your cacao now, but we'll continue drinking it. Before we begin the ceremony, what I'd like to do is simply go around to every person and have you state your name, what it is your intention, like what do you know you need to release and what you are inviting. And we'll be brief and keep it really nice and short and sweet and concise so we can get to the ceremony. But I would really love to hear from everyone about what your intention is today. And we'll listen really carefully to one another, to just conscious communication. These are the hopes, the dreams, and the goals of the group and of your beautiful community. I'm going to start with Laurel since she's on the Zoom, if that's okay. I'm sorry, I'll ask you to unmute, but go ahead and we'll state our name and our intention.
My name's Laurel. My intention is to release stress and anxiety and just to receive the knowledge and the wisdom that comes through with the meditation.
Beautiful. Thank you, Laurel, so much. All right, Sarah, oh, sorry, I asked you to unmute. You're all good? All right, Sarah, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I am here to release, sorry, echo.
I'm going to turn it up about that.
Yeah. I'm here to release fear and control. And I am ready to awaken to and move into my life on the other side of cancer, of that life shift.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Sarah.
I am Tracy, and I'm ready to let go of resentment and welcome in our gratitude.
Thank you, Tracy.
My name is Caroline. I am ready to release, let go of stress and responsibility for things that are not my responsibility, and to awaken to aliveness.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is John, and my intention would be to release any anger or anything that stops love.
Beautiful, John. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jordan. Here to release fear and self-doubt and welcome in joy and vitality.
Beautiful. Thank you, John, so much. Wonderful. Okay. So if everyone can just bring your hands into prayer for me for a moment. We've heard the kind of goals and intentions of everyone, and now we've got this cacao starting to really flow through us. And the most healing sound on the planet and the most high vibration for your body is your own. And so we want to start and end the ceremony with our own sound. It kind of primes the body to receive all of the others. And then when we close the practice at the end, we'll seal it again with the sound of our kind of a call to authenticity. Now, I know you guys are probably used to doing ohms. We're going to do an ong. I teach Kundalini, but I love the ong because it's kind of the beginning. It's the sound of the gong, it's the sound of creation. When you ong, you want to push your tongue to the roof of the mouth. This connects the throat chakra up to the pineal and the crown. It also brings a vibration into the nasal cavity, which crosses the brain line and helps to activate both hemispheres of the brain. It's quite a deep, it sounds like this. Ong, and my tongue really presses up strong on the roof of my mouth. We're going to do 3 of those. So let's keep our hands in prayer. And I'm just going to mute here because otherwise we won't get that on there. All right. So hands in prayer, eye gaze, third eye, connected down with your root, crown is high. Let's take a deep inhale in. Great big audible sigh out. Let's inhale for 3 ongs. We release the breath. We take a deep inhale in, holding the breath, feeling into that vibration as we call on higher consciousness. We call on all of the wisdom, and we begin to vibrate internally with the cacao, with our breath, our blood. Release the breath. Just let the hands drop down into your lap for a moment, keeping the eyes closed. And I just want you to listen. The senses heightened when we close our eyes. And we're going to talk more about that as we go into our visualization of the snake. But I just want you to take in a couple of key points about this year of the snake. The wood snake has a soothing, grounding energy. It reminds us that transformation takes time. It's a year of the wood snake, not a day. In this year, it's an opportunity to see, to bring into awareness the lessons and the wisdoms, and to shed the stories, to check your new alignment, to choose intentional connections and conversations, to move away from people pleasing, choosing truth over illusion. It's a year of innovation and tapping into your intuition. It's an opportunity to dream big, bold, and to be free, and to give yourself permission to shine. On a final note, and this is really important, I'll send this over with the recording because it's really wonderful to remember. This is a year to really get clear about what you have control over. We spend so much of our time trying to control others, to control situations. And what this year says is, here is the list. It is short and sweet. You can control your energy, your attitude, your self-talk, your boundaries, your response to people's actions, comments, the way that you treat others, how you choose to process your emotions, and who you choose to spend time with. That's what you have control of. Everything else is an illusion that we can shed and just come really into our hearts. We control this beautiful heart and our spirit. So let's inhale with love, exhale with gratitude. When I give you a moment to finish your cacao, to get comfortable in your space, and we will begin our journey.
Candace, is it okay if we do a quick running to the bathroom before we start? Could we do like a quick
Of course.
bathroom break?
Why don't you just give
Okay.
me, yeah, just say when you're ready.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. I might actually do the same.
Sorry, you're muted, Candace.
Sorry. Thank you. Can you pick a number, Sarah? Wait, I gotta put on my glasses. What number?
8, 8, please. 8.
8. Perfect. Thank you so much. All right, we're all set. Thank you. Well, I'm awfully glad I didn't stay muted for too long. As you lie back, go ahead and cover yourselves and get comfortable. I had kind of cleared the deck. I'm going to pull a card for the group. 8. Okay. I'll take a picture of this and send this to you as well with the follow-up. But just know it's called the Spirit of the River, movement towards adventure. And the card itself says, this is a movement toward an adventure, allowing and trusting the current. When this card appears, it's time to say yes to the next leg of your journey. Your life is like a river, inevitably and inexorably flowing to the sea, which is your divine destination. Be fearless and release yourself to the rushing water in the middle of the stream. Whatever it is you're holding on to, the feelings, the thoughts, the beliefs about how things are or how they should or could be, can be fixed easily with the power of the Spirit of the river. Simply let go and enjoy the thrill of the ride. All will be well. What a beautiful card to begin with as you lie back. Allow yourself that moment of just reconnecting your roots down, relaxing into the space. And for just a moment, as the cacao really starts to flow into the body, we're going to call on that release of control. The mantra for this song is, I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. And I invite you to find your voices, whether it's a gentle whisper or whether you're singing out loud in the space, but I want you to feel the vibration. You can hold your hands on your heart to feel it. This is the meditation. This is the mantra I want you to have vibrating in your body now that we have begun.
I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me.
Find your voices.
I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender.
As you're lying back now, take a deep inhale in. Great big vibrating sigh out. Allow yourself to bring awareness and attention to the crown of the head as if all of the cacao, that beautiful vibration, was pooling at the crown. We're going to slowly release the cacao and the vibration down through your body, systematically invigorating it with that spirit of the plant, but also relaxing and releasing tension as we let this cacao find its way tip to toe. So deep inhale up to your crown. On the release of breath, release all tension through the face, brow, eyelids, cheeks, through the temples, the jaw, the tongue drops into the soft palate, over the lips and the chin. Another deep inhale in, and you release any tension in the neck, up and over the shoulders, down through the upper arm, the elbows, the forearms, down through the wrists, and into the palms and the tips of every finger. Let it go. Breathe again into the upper chest. Let the back press into the earth, and then slowly release the back. Upper back touches the earth, mid back, lower back, down to the buttocks. And then we breathe again, the chest rises. We feel the stretch through the ribs, and then we release down through the upper chest, the sternum, into the navel, down into the sacral waters and through the pelvis. Then breathe into that belly. Release again, pelvis, thighs, knees, down into the calves, down to the ankles, down to the soles of the feet, and into each and every toe. Every breath now spreading prana, white golden light, mixing with the cacao through the body, surrendering to the experience, opening yourself up to receive. And we'll bring our awareness to our hearts. This sound is for Anahata, the heart chakra. Not about romantic love, but about self-love, awareness, kindness and compassion, self-care. Let this sound come through. Visualize it like a color. It's filling your air, filling the room. You can breathe it in. Let this sound start to vibrate in you and over you. All you need to do right now is get lighter, let your body get heavy. spark within you, your own light, your beautiful soul. And here is the invitation as the body really just drops to the earth. Allow your spirit to rise. Perhaps it takes on the form of a bird or a butterfly. Perhaps you spread your own beautiful light wings. But you rise up, your soul spark rises, the energetic body rises out of the physical form. Let it take flight in the room, and then realize there are no boundaries, there are no borders. Allow yourself to rise through the confines of the building that you're in, the room that you're in. Rise up into the air above. Perhaps trees, clouds, setting sun. Every breath you take, you rise higher. And just enjoy this for a moment. This release. Looking for a glitch in the matrix, a veil, a window, a door to a higher dimension for growth and healing and expansion. And when you find this portal, drop all of your expectations, your worries and concerns, and enter it with wonder and beautiful hope and optimism of what can be found and discovered on the other side. To allow yourself to stop mid-flight, raise the wings up, and then slowly start to drop yourself down into the center of a beautiful forest. You'll know what kind of trees, maybe they're pines or maples or palms or banyans, but allow yourself to drop your energetic body in this higher dimension down into the center of a glorious, abundant forest. When you gently land on Mother Earth, there's a path. I want you to follow that path, just trusting that it will take you where you need to go. All of the colors, the temperature, it's day or night, if there are any animals, and we breathe it in and we continue. We see in front of us an opening where the forest merges out onto a beautiful overlook. There is a bridge, a wooden bridge, a bit shaky, a bit rattly, but it's suspended either over the ocean, a river, a canyon, a gorge. Perhaps it's over the stars themselves. But I want you to sit on this side of the bridge for a moment, knowing that on the other side of the bridge is your sacred space for healing today. You're cognizant of the fact that when you step over this healing, this shedding that you are going to do, we are not coming back to this place. So not yet, but in a moment, when you start to hear the drums and the call, the invitation is to make your way across this bridge, leaving your baggage behind. This is the first step towards liberation. Allow yourself to leave what you want to leave behind. You're going to walk across the bridge. There are matches on the other side. You're going to light it up. You're going to burn it down. And then a path will lead you to your healing circle in the center of your healing space. The goddess of cacao will meet you there. She is the embodiment of unconditional love, either showing up in an energetic form or adorned and bejeweled. I want you to meet her, greet her, share with her what is in your heart, what your intentions are, and we'll meet there. But take several minutes, take your time to really explore the burning of this bridge and the arrival in your sacred space and your time with your goddess. Go ahead and head towards your bridge. goddess, feel that love. Share your hopes, your dreams, your heart. Get settled into your sacred space. You're in a healing circle, protected. It should be so beautiful. Can bring tears to your eyes, a smile to your face. You feel safe. You are grounded. You are home. You are in the presence of love. Sit down in the center of this circle with your goddess. And allow yourself a moment to just let your hearts radiate love and light to one another, taking in the brilliance of this space. We take a nice long deep inhale and a great big exhale, and we drop deeper into our journey. The goddess places her hand on the crown of your head and invites you to close your eyes. She wants to share with you a little bit more about this snake. Snakes must shed their skin every year or they will perish. 3 to 4 days before the snake sheds its skin, it comes into awareness that this is going to happen because its eyes start to cover with a milky fluid, eventually rendering the snake completely blind for the shedding process. The snake inherently knows that it must seek shelter, find somewhere safe, because it knows it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to have to release the known entity. It's going to have to get uncomfortable to shift and move, and it's going to do it without sight, all feeling, all sensing, all being. And this is what we will do. So the goddess, with her hand on the crown, breathes in and sends a blessing to this beautiful soul spark that is you. And it reduces you into the shape of a snake. All of the scars, the memories, the experiences, the challenges worn well, visible on this skin. All of the rough terrain, the accidents, the incidents, but also in these scales are the vibrations of love and joy and wonder. The shedding is meant to be a release. We are going to use it to let go of that which no longer serves us, but keeping with us in our core, in our whole channel of our being, the wisdom, the lessons, the reminders, the memory of how blessed we are, and the wonder of being this being right here, right now, and all that is possible. So take a look at this amazing new form that you've taken. And as the drums begin, a hole is going to open in the center of your sacred circle, and I want you to take time. If you are in desiring a more kind of visceral feeling, you can roll onto your belly if that helps your meditation, but you are essentially going to be going down through this hole, following the path, feeling everything about the shift from dirt and sand and water and rock until you're able to reach the womb space of Mother Earth. Damp but warm, inviting. And when you get to that space, I want you to find the most comfortable spot, because as you're going down, every inch your eyesight is going to get less and less. The shedding process will soon begin. The hole opens, the tongue flutters, the scales move, the goddess will hold space in the circle. It's time for you to journey down. almost fully closed. Reaching the beating heart of Mother Earth, reaching that safe womb, feeling the call, knowing we have to be flexible, knowing we might get uncomfortable, but that our survival depends on this growth. So we curl up and we get ready. The eyes go completely dark. All of the other senses, smelling, hearing, feeling, all turned on. I'm going to be leaving you for quite some time. And the vibrations of the gong will start to shift and move through the air. And your only job is to look back on this life, look back on this year. What have been the greatest challenges, and can you pinpoint them? Find the wisdom that was meant to come from this lesson, this challenge you face, and let go of the story, the trauma, and the drama around it, and birth forth just the wisdom. I don't want you to forget that you are also intended to go back to the points of great wonder, the points of great love, great joy, and spend some time reviewing, what was I doing? How can I recreate this sense of peace or expansion or great love into my world? Everything goes completely black, completely silent, except for the vibrations of the gong. but stay on the task at hand. Awareness to release. Awareness to bring forth. We're almost there. The skin starts to get tight. We feel the need to free ourselves of the confines of this old structure. And not just ours, the collective pressure, letting ourselves go, releasing the masks, releasing the armor. Take a few more minutes to really get clear about what you're letting go of and what you're committed to bringing forth. It's quiet for a moment. And we breathe. And there are going to be 3 big waves. And we're going to work our way through releasing of this skin. I want you to start at the crown of the head of this snake. We're going to peel away. The eyes still won't be able to see, but it'll come across the mouth, the nose, clearing space, anything that's blocking you from really trusting your intuition, from connecting to God, Goddess, the divine source, opening all of that up all the way through the throat so you can speak your truth and hear the truth. Prepare yourself to release with the big wave this first part of your shed. Take a nice big deep inhale. And when we let go of the breath, we shed that first part of the skin. And our awareness comes to the space from our throats down into the big, beautiful heart space. What's keeping you from loving yourself exactly who you are right here, right now? What needs to be removed? What blockages so you can really care for yourself, honor this person for everything that you've been through, to love yourself completely and truly receive the love that you deserve. Breathe into that space. We're going to do the entire middle, even down to the top of the navel where the fire is, because I want you to find the courage to let this go. Let's go. Feel the freedom. Shrug out of it. Pull yourself forward. New scales on the earth. Tongue flickering out. Take a deep inhale in. Rebirth and renewal. Shed that skin. upper body is free. Connection, clarity, truth, love, compassion. And the bottom, the last part of the skin around the tail. And this is where it's the holding in the depths, the collective fear, your fear, shame, guilt, anger. Anything that's keeping you from activating all of your passion and creativity, from being brave and discerning. This is the big last release. Know what needs to go and focus on shifting and moving. There. Deep inhale, big exhale, let it go. Freedom. Still in the dark, but free, unburdened. In the next few minutes, I want you to allow yourself a moment to be cognizant of the newness, this rebirth and renewal. Through the viscous covering of your eye, you see a pinprick of a light from far above. And in the next few minutes, as you regain your vision, I want you to take a moment to look in gratitude at the snake skin that you can never go back to. It's already starting to harden and become firm. What you've left behind, bless it, thank it, and then slowly start to make your way back up, feeling the newness as you rise, 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 back to the goddess, back to the light, back to your sacred space, reborn. into the light, be greeted by that love of the goddess. Let your snake rise up onto the grasses or the moss, the rock. In your sacred space, receive the sunlight or the moonlight. Notice your brilliance. Notice your brilliance. This is an honoring of you right here, right now. Wallow in that individuated divinity. Free of stories, wise with lessons. And the goddess has one more experience for you to have in this newness, because we want to take this new up-leveled vibration with perspective. So the goddess invites you to leave the physical body in the sacred garden like you left your physical form in the studio. It's an invitation. She will hold space for your snake, but your spirit needs to fly free. So rise up again, flying up as a hawk, an eagle, an owl, a butterfly, a firefly, as an angel with your own wings, because we are going up, up, up to the upper world, crossing into an even higher dimension, through the atmosphere, into the galactic center, stars, moon, sun. And as you rise up, I hope you know in your heart that all of the souls, all of those departed ancestors and angels are waiting expectantly for your arrival, always guided, always divinely watched. And so rise up to the point where you can meet your team. Maybe today one person shows up, maybe 100, but see all the beautiful lights up in the sky, waiting to meet you, waiting to greet you, waiting to guide you on this journey. Allow yourself a moment to be received in love and light. And just enjoy it for a moment or two. once you've gotten comfortable in this upper world, you are invited to stand on the edge and look down, because your sacred space doesn't just hold your healing circle. You can see below the goddess with your snake in that beautiful space, but next to it is your wheel of life. It looks like a medicine wheel broken into spokes and segments. One part, your family, relationships, your loves, your community, your friends, your service, your work, and how you take care of yourself. It's a manifestation of all of the seeds, all of the intentions, all of the hopes and dreams that you have had in this lifetime. Some of these areas might be growing in brilliance, huge trees, flowers, vines. Some might be filled with weeds. Some might be lying forlorn, uncared for, untended. In this higher newness, without all of the weight, without all of the armor, your invitation is to look down and see what needs tending. Maybe there are areas that need to be turned so they can lie fallow and rejuvenate. Maybe there are weeds that need to be pulled, fertilizer, water. Take the next few minutes and really look at that wheel of life. Perhaps make some definitive decisions about what this high vibration being that you now are needs to do. You have time until the solstice to really make some concrete choices before setting and planting new seeds in this space. So thank your guides, thank your angels, your ancestors, and the goddess. It's time for you to step out onto the edge of this upper world. Breathing in the air, connected to source, connected to the divine flowing in all of your radiance. And And you step out onto the edge because only you can take the step, the leap of faith in trust that the path will be lit for you, that you will be held up and supported if you live this authentic honoring of the self, committed to really bringing this love and light not even only into your being, but to sharing that with the world. So take a deep breath in, let go, and dive off of that upper world edge. I want you to fly down through the stars. I want you to soar over your sacred space, sending love down. The goddess will stay with your snake. You can visit at any time if you need to shed again more. Notice the burnt bridge, never to go back to that space. Fly over mountains, streams, oceans, beds of flowers. See all of the beauty, all of the wonder, and remember what you discovered about what brings you joy. What can you do to cultivate more joy in your life? How can you create more space to follow your passions? Fly until you see the roof of the building where you lie. Let your animal of flight, your being, soar through the roof, and then becoming a brilliant spark of light, seeing your body resting beautifully on the floor. I want you to slowly allow your spirit body, your soul spark to reanimate, breathe this higher vibration into your being. Breathe it into every cell, upgrade yourself. Feel it come in through the crown, the third eye, the heart, the navel. Let it wash, let it flood into your physical form. And as you breathe, your body literally overflows with this love and light, and we take a moment to lay in this wonder every breath, every exhale, creating more and more. And we allow a beautiful wave to wash over us, rinsing away any of the collective heaviness, anything from our travels that really needs to be finally and completely surrendered. as that last wave washes you clean. And you breathe into your light and it fills your field, your aura surrounding you, an expression of your energy. I want you to simply let yourself shine. Be brilliant. Be authentic. Just breathe and shine. Sparkle. And then take a deep inhale. Release with a gentle sigh. Landing completely in this space. Connecting your root down. Staying connected to the divine above. And we take a moment of silence to simply be in this new vibration. As we begin to come into awareness, I'll finish where we began. It is time to say yes to the next leg of your journey. Your life is like a river, inevitably flowing to the sea, which is your divine destination. Be fearless. Release yourself to the rushing water. Whatever it is you were holding on to, the feelings, the thoughts, or beliefs about how things should or could be, have been let go in the shedding of that skin. All will be well. In the next few moments, I invite you to wake up your body in a way that feels good to you. Fingers, toes, stretching, moving. The one thing I really hope that you will do is to find your way into a fetal posture for at least 3 deep breaths, really allowing yourself the opportunity to have that moment of rebirth, of rising up in this newness, in this renewal. And we'll meet just seated with our eyes closed. And I'll close our part of the session before handing over the reins to Sarah. Sarah, are you ready? Hi. Okay. Oh, good. Sorry, I can see you.
Thank you so much, Candace.
Oh my gosh, you're welcome. I'll let you close the space. Maybe just bring everyone into one Om or Satnam just to seal it in their voices. And I will get everything to you, a recording and everything so they can share. But I look forward to thank you for sharing your community with me. And I hope everything came through okay. Beautiful.
So beautiful. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.